Hey everyone, thanks for coming to the Kentucky Google Roundtable with EdTechTeam and some awesome Kentucky folks this fine afternoon. If you're watching on YouTube Live, we have a treat for you. It is a roundtable, so we need some people at our table. So we are going to throw this Hangout link into the YouTube chat that you're watching right now. And please feel free to click it. You don't have to have your camera on if you're not as fantastic looking as James and Donnie, or just got off of work or school and are driving home. Please join us. We'll have a few questions and discuss Kentucky Going Google. What are some great strategies for implementing this in your classrooms or more than one classroom and having your whole school go Google? And also, of course, we'll give away a ticket to our upcoming Derby City Summit at the end of our roundtable today. So Donnie and James, I'm going to go ahead and drop this link in, and then I'll have you guys introduce yourselves. Here we go. Hi, Sharif. Oh, we have Sean from the airport is joining us too. Awesome. Hey, Sean.
Good to see you all. Sorry, I'm boarding in like 2 minutes, but great to see you guys.
Sean gets to go first then. Sean, you want to say hi and tell us about your Kentucky experience and going Google? In 2 minutes or less?
Sorry, I'm trying to find a quiet place here.
No worries. We'll take it loud. All right, Sean, you hang there. Donnie, we have another taker who came into the room at the table. So step on up to grab a seat, and then Donnie, why don't you introduce yourselves to our roundtable and what you currently do and how you're involved with Kentucky and Google.
I'm gonna Don real quick. So my name is Donnie Piercy. I am a grade 5 social studies, writing, and science teacher. But I also work as a district technology integration specialist here in Eminence, Kentucky. Currently stuck at work because it just started snowing really hard. And I'm a little scared to drive at the moment. So I'm going to be here probably for another 30 minutes, regardless of how long this Hangout call went anyway. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Sean. Sean, can you unmute yourself? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. I think I'm in a little bit quieter space. Maybe not. Sorry, guys. My flights got changed, so I'm trying to just say hi real quick. And yeah, sorry.
We love you, Shawnee.
Thanks, Shawnee. And Shawnee will be at the summit. Is that right?
He's definitely. If numbers continue to go up, Shawnee will definitely be here.
Awesome. Well, good. You can see more of that. What just happened at the summit. Thanks for coming, Sean. Sneak peek. We have another taker. Jack's joining on the line, and we have Steve. Hi. Over on chat, we have Allison and Patty and Steven. Shelly and Rachel. Shelly, Rachel, Steve, and Patty, come on in. All you have to do is click on that Hangout link and you can grab a seat at the round table. Donnie took the most comfortable seat, but there's a few stools. There's a few uncomfortable stools that you can sit on. Cool. James, how about you introduce yourself?
I am James Allen. I'm a school librarian also at Eminence, just down the hallway from Donnie at the moment. I wouldn't call it a snowstorm. I mean, it's like it's snowing.
Donnie's being dramatic.
No, it's not too bad.
Quiet.
Looking forward to the summit though.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Oh, good. Jack jumped in. So Jack, are you there? Are you muted?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
So Jack
All
is
right.
one of the hosts for the Derby City Summit that we'll be doing in a couple of weeks. Jack and his team have literally been working their tails off for the last, Jack, what do you say, 3 months, I think, just trying to help get everything in order?
Yeah, we've been, yes, 3 months.
Yeah, it's crazy to think just how first off, just how this, literally spontaneously just kind of popped up. This is something that you all wanted to do. And like, I know that like the teachers that I've talked to have been really excited about coming to not only learn a little bit more about like these Google tools, but more importantly, trying to figure out like unique ways that they're able to bring them into their classroom, schools, and districts, going beyond just the, hey, I know how to share a file in Google Drive. If you've been to an EdTechTeam summit before, they're meant to be inspiring. They're meant to, not only learn how to like, hey, here's how you put a Google site together, but here's how a tool like a Google site can really transform learning for your students.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I mean, I can't say enough good things about the summits that I've been to in the past. As I tell folks, I know quite a bit about Google, and every time I go to a summit, I just walk away going, I really know nothing about Google, because there's so much there that you're always blown away. It's some of the most solid PD or conference I've ever been to.
Well, I see Jamie just jumped in. Jamie, hello. Yeah. So Jamie
Is it snowing outside, Jamie? Do you have snow? We're seeing on the chat we've got sleet and all sorts of different precipitation coming down around the state.
So yeah, I am driving. Sorry, I'm merging. So yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this right now, but that's okay. Anything for my Google people. So it is sleeting maybe. I'm going from Nelson County back to Hardin County, so that is my plan, and so I'm rushing home before the stuff starts to snow.
Awesome. So, it's been really cool over the last, 5 years that we've been kind of just as a Google educator group, or just teachers have been using these tools. It's been really neat to watch how the state of Kentucky has really started to not only embrace them, but figure out how these tools can be brought into the classroom in creative ways. And I see that you're in here, Steve's in here. Oh, Shelly just jumped in. Nice to have some admins here too. Hey, Shelly.
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Hello, welcome aboard.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
It's always fun when people like log in and then they immediately mute their screens. Nice. Well, thank you so much for hopping in. Oh, no.
Awesome. Who else did we have join us? We have Jessica also. Jessica, what is your snow situation? Do you have a snow situation?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you don't have a snow situation.
We're supposed to have a delay tomorrow morning, but right now it's just frigid and in the low 40s, but it's been worse. So I just don't mind. I hope you don't mind me jumping in and just learning behind the wheel like a bunch of other people.
Learning behind the wheel with Jessica. That's your new show. You and Michelle, you and Jamie can host that one. Thanks for joining us.
Very happy to be here.
You're brave and showing face. Want to say hi and tell everybody what you do?
Hey everybody. My name's Stephen Carter. I'm a ECE social studies teacher in Jefferson County. I've worked with Jack quite a bit. And I will absolutely say the same things about the summits. I take something away every time I go to one. And then currently here in Louisville, it is just snowing really hard. So hopefully we have a delay tomorrow.
Nice. Sleep in. And hopefully they tell you with enough time so you can plan your sleep in for the morning.
Absolutely.
Awesome, Stephen. Stoked to have you. Oh, cool. Allison just joined in too. Allison, do you want to turn on your cam and say hi if you want and let us know your snow situation? And this is turning into snow chat, but you want to tell us your snow and where you're at?
Langley, you there? Oh, she's muted. All right, let's hop over to Steve. Steve Green, you there? Oh no, he's just in the chat too. Oh, Steve, you there?
No, I'm here.
Oh, nice.
Let me switch my camera around.
Where are you joining in from, Steve?
I'm coming to you from Frederick Douglass in Lexington, Kentucky.
Hey, Steve, I didn't know you were at the new school there.
I'm loving it.
Nice. I drive by that building every day.
Do you really?
Yeah. That's my way to get down.
We have all the new toys, and that's good and bad.
So are you guys, in your new building, you guys iPads or Chromebooks?
We are one-to-one Chromebooks.
Nice.
Every classroom has a ViewSonic interactive flat panel.
Nice.
So it leads in really well. We could cast any device to it. Makes for a lot of fun.
Yeah. So Steve, what kind of changes, especially were you one-to-one Chromebooks last year?
No, I came from West Jessamine last year, and I was pushing really, really, really hard. I think they're making some headway now, getting there, but I was not one-to-one last year, so I had to come up with a new transition of stuff to change my instruction.
Awesome. So what kind of benefits have you seen as far as trying to bring Chromebooks into your instruction versus, well, not?
Well, one of the better parts about doing math, because high school math and being on a computer, sometimes typing things in just does not work well. But being able to allow kids instant feedback on things. I could code a question for a form or something like that where it can give them instant feedback based on the error that they gave. So they get a lot faster feedback than just turning in a piece of paper and showing some work that way.
Nice. What kind of are you using forms? What other kind of digital tools are you using?
We are also a Canvas school too, so I'm using Canvas in addition to some of those other things.
Oh, nice.
I'm a traditional some Google Forms because of how well you could organize them and go through the data too.
Nice. Yeah, Google Forms have had some really neat additions to it over the past 6 months with the quiz feature.
Oh,
and
Equatio is an amazing thing added into it.
Ooh, can you share? So I've played around with it a little bit, but I'm not a math teacher anymore. Could you share a little bit about Equatio is and how that works?
Equatio, it's a is it an add-on or extension? I guess it's extension.
Extension.
And it allows you to have your math typed out at a nice visual thing, because usually typing out math, there's a ton of parentheses and everybody always gets lost. But being able to show a square root of something and actually just see a square root has been incredibly beneficial.
Yeah, and do you have touchscreen Chromebooks?
We do not. Our teachers, we have smaller versions of a Surface. They're a Lenovo Mix, I think, or something like that. But I'm able to use the handwriting feature on it, which works pretty well.
Yeah, I know that a lot of teachers who use Equatio, especially if they have touchscreen Chromebooks, I think the students, think they just write their answers on there, or just using a stylus or something.
Yeah, there's also, it's crazy that they have a voice-activated one, too.
Oh,
so
wow.
You can voice type math with Equatio.
Nice. And is it pretty good? As far as saying
it's better than you would expect.
Nice.
They've gone through a lot, but I mean that works really well into docs, for instance, for students. Students don't have the full out features that teachers do, but a teacher could get the full out version for free, and it works in slides, docs, forms, everything.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I know that one of the partners that we typically have come to summits is TextHelp.
Yeah.
TextHelp, they're the ones who got Equatio started. So if you're a math teacher and you're interested in learning more about what Steve's talking about, the summit would be a great place to tag along or to come to learn a little bit more about it.
Perfect.
Johnny, I'm looking at the chat and just and if anyone else live on the roundtable with us wants to share.
Oh, Michelle's in there. Tell Michelle to hop in the chat. I miss Michelle. She's so cool.
Michelle from Henderson went to one-to-one Chromebooks in 2 middle schools, and probably like a lot of us on the call are trying to think of ways to get their educators connected. Rachel mentioned taking time for teachers to adjust to their pedagogy. Still in year 5 and still trying to get on board. Does anyone else on the roundtable want to share with Rachel that transition to one-to-one pedagogy with Google, and anybody else have tips
I can actually speak to Rachel because Rachel's in my district.
Oh, sweet.
Rachel and I both, Rachel works at the high school. She's an amazing tech integrator up at the high school. I work at the middle school. We're in year 5, And she's absolutely right. And it's so helpful to have those EdTechTeam summits, because not only do you learn about the new tools, but when you send your teachers to them, they're expanding their PLN. So I find that Rachel and I have talked about this a lot, but when we send our teachers to the summits, they come back energized. So I think that's like one of the intangibles about going to a summit.
Especially with, like, March, a lot of times in March, that's when teachers, they kind of hit that point where it's like, can we just end the school year already? I know in Jefferson County, one of the reasons why they wanted to do this summit now is as a way to get their teachers fired up and excited, and finish the year strong with some of these new tools that's rolling up. Allison, are you able to join us? You there? Langley? By the way, Jess, I love your Kentucky accent you're putting on. It's really authentic, I can tell. Allison, you muted? No.
Hey, Donnie, one of the things that I'll say just in general that I find helpful with teachers and learning the basics is I'm always pushing at the end of a training, showing users the G Suite training extension that's there and available to have as a resource when the tech person is gone, to just cover those basic functions on how to do whatever in a Google product.
Yeah, and that's something which, if you're admin, I think, Jack, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's something that your admin has to enable, correct? To go out to the different.
Yeah, admins can definitely push that out. Like, that's one of the only thing is the district admin that I pushed out. And at one point we had read write when we were paying for the full blown version of that. But I don't know. I think individual people can add that themselves, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But G Suite training is awesome.
Well, I know a lot of the teachers here in Eminence, the G Suite training, it's up to date. So whenever a new, if a new add-on rolls out or a new feature rolls out to Google Drive, especially as like a tech integrator, sometimes you might get those 15 emails, people asking, hey, what does this button do? The G Suite training, it's a great way that, if you're, first off, if you're unfamiliar with how to use the tool, you can literally just click that little question mark, or sorry, the little G, and it'll take you right in, and you can ask all sorts of questions to it to really figure out a little bit more about it.
Awesome. What are you guys most excited about with G Suite this year, with some of the new tools that have come out, maybe as a way to go once your teachers are, got their basics down? Does anyone want to share the coolest tool or app or extension that they're most excited about trying out this year?
Okay, so I will share out an extension that I came across, I guess, less than a week ago, and you guys may know about it, and I just totally missed it. But it's called Insert Learning, and it is an extension that basically allows you to take any website and insert questions, comments, anything into the website, and then share that through Google Classroom with your students, and then your students can respond. So you just basically find any type of website. So if your kids are researching or whatever it may be, and you click the Insert Learning extension, and a little toolbar will pop up on your left-hand side, and you can highlight also using that. And so just a really cool tool that I am excited to kind of try out in our district.
I'm trying to think, can you embed a Google form on that? Or is it just this, like, the type of questions that, directly through that add-on? Or can you embed like anything on it, like a drawing or slideshow, or is it just like their native kind of stuff? Nope. Okay, never mind.
I'm going to the chat really quick. Thanks so much, Jamie, for sharing that. I'm going to the chat just to see not only cool things that you might be excited about that are coming down the pike with G Suite, but I love these campaigns. This is kind of goes back to the first question of struggling to make change happen at your school. But I already have a few new ideas, such as Tech While You Tinkle. Thanks for that idea. That was from Rachel. That's pretty fantastic. But thinking of fun, exciting ways to create change at the whole school level, but while getting people excited about some of this, as well as Michelle shared certifications. Has anyone else on the roundtable either tried Teching While You Tinkle and or certifications in their quest to get teachers excited at their school about going Google?
I think I prefer learning on the loo.
I've never heard T while you T. Like it, I like it.
Yikes. Hey, James, James, will you get on that tomorrow for Tech While You Tinkle? No, not doing that. Okay, I tried. Nope. All right. Cool. No, so I know, like I see that Allison, she's switching to her phone. I love like when Allison, if you don't know Allison Langley, she's one of the most inspiring educators I know. And I can see her running around her house right now. No, I need to get on this Hangout call. So I hope she's able to make it. Allison's a pretty cool person. Okay. So, I know that there's a lot of talk. I just kind of flipping through the Hangout myself about the power of hyperdocs and kind of bringing them into the classroom. Does anybody here, just kind of that's in the Hangout right now, just want to kind of touch on what, first off, for people who might not know what they are across Kentucky, maybe what a hyperdoc is, or even like any examples of some that you've used in your district or maybe even your classroom? Nope. Okay. James?
Shelly, I see you smiling. I'm cold calling Shelly.
You're muted, Shelly.
Yeah, great. Thanks for that. No, as a principal, I've not used hyperdocs, but I know several of my teachers use them. Specifically, Jamie Chenault, who left me to go to Nelson County, she used them quite a bit in her classroom last year, and I think she left a legacy behind for the 4th grade team. So they are still using some of the ones that she even created last year. But essentially, it's just a document with links embedded in it that kind of lead you and guide you through the lesson. So I've seen them in practice in some of our 4th grade classrooms, thanks to Jamie implementing that last year in her classroom.
Yeah, it's a very creative way to develop kind of like some inquiry into not only having your students create things and find things, but as a teacher, having that like one central place that students can go to not only like see your resources for a lesson, and because it's on a document, in a Google Doc, like you as the teacher, you're always able to jump in and give that student feedback. I know that for the Southern Kentucky Summit that we had this past fall, we actually had Kelly Hinton, who was, hey, there's Michelle, who is one of the co-creators of hyperdocs, along with Lisa Highfill, that was our closing keynote for it. EdTechTeam and hyperdocs they're like peas and carrots. They go really nicely together. And at the summit this year, our opening keynote is Holly Clark, who has worked not only very closely with the hyperdoc team, but she'll be running some hyperdoc sessions as far as like providing resources for any teachers who might be new to the concept, but also for those who might be a little bit more experienced with it and trying to take their students a little bit deeper with the tool. Michelle, are you there?
I am here.
I know that you live in Kentucky, but
yes,
we won't tell anybody where you work.
That's a plan. Yeah, I'm a Kentucky educator at heart.
Nice. Well, I'm trying to think. I've known you what innovator cohort were you a part of?
I actually was GTA at Mountain View in 2014, and Lisa Highfill was one of our lead learners, and that's where I first heard about hyperdocs. But nobody really listened to me when I came back with that. They were all excited about Iron Chef. So that's what we, exploded the first year. But the HyperDocs has just taken off. And I think a big part of that's been some of the innovation projects that people have shared and the power of Twitter. And I use them all the time. But, quite honestly, they're like glorified graphic organizers, right? But they're really cool because of Google.
Yeah, the fact that it's a simple tool, most students, my fifth graders figure out how to use a Google Doc very simply, not even with the share button, but also just how to paste in links and add images. And like as a teacher, it's really simple to create a HyperDoc, but it's also very simple for students to start to put one together and to interact with it as well.
I love that idea. Turning it over to the kids. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
That was it.
Turning over to the kids.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool, guys. I'm just looking at the chat and wanted to share. There is another Tinkle alternative. There is PD on the Potty. Thanks, Langley, in Hardin County. So we can just keep those going all night long and to see which ways that you're doing cool campaigns on the Potty. And then we have Sarah joined us heading into gymnastics. Hope to see everybody at the summit. We did have a question come in, Donnie. You mentioned Holly being at the summit this year. If anyone is presenting or turned in their presentations, do you know when they might be notified and/or when the schedule of more presenters might be?
The schedule will be out with about a month to go, about a month before the summit. So middle of February-ish is usually when that'll go live.
Awesome.
So I can jump in about HyperDocs real quick if you don't mind. I just don't want to keep talking. So one thing that I really, really like is on the HyperDocs website, we all know teachers pay teachers. However, one of the cool things they have on the HyperDocs website is Teachers Give Teachers, and you have the opportunity to either give one, meaning giving a HyperDoc and putting it in their database, or taking one. And it's free. Every HyperDoc is free. So that's a great resource. As I have pushed, as Shelly said, I was a HyperDoc fanatic once I got a hold of them and saw that idea, being in a one-to-one classroom last year. And so spreading that, a lot of people are scared to start with just a blank, just something that's blank. So they can modify those and make them, useful for their subject areas or for their classrooms, for their students. So that is just a place to start. And they are now searchable, which they used to not be, where you had to go through folders and folders and folders in Drive to find things. And so now there are two ways you can do it through the Teachers Give Teachers, or you can search in folders now. So either way, but that's just a great resource. So check out the HyperDocs website and then click on Teachers Give Teachers.
I love it. Thanks so much, Jamie, for sharing. And speaking of giving, guys, we're at the half hour, and I don't want anyone to get snowed in tonight. So thanks for the great roundtable discussion. Thanks, everyone, for popping in. Hopefully, we got a little taste of what's to come at the summit, and also maybe started stirring around some ideas of how, if your school's already gone Google or is going Google, how things like the summit or connecting with fellow educators like at this roundtable. And I don't want anyone to get snowed in tonight. So hear myself. Thanks for the great roundtable discussion. Thanks everyone for popping in. Hopefully we got a little.
I know that you mentioned that you guys do have a free summit ticket to give away.
Yeah.
Wendy has been collecting names of people that have been in the Hangout, in the YouTube live stream video. Wendy, were you able to pick just from that? I know that you had a form or something that you're setting out. Did you end up picking a winner from that form yet?
Sure did, Donnie. Our randomized winner is going to be, let's get a big Kentucky drum roll.
We need
Shelly. Shelly wins a ticket to the March Summit. Yay.
Nice.
Shelly, we'll follow up by email, but we hope to see all of you in March. And if you have any questions in the meantime, is there anywhere else that they can go, Donnie, either on Twitter or connecting with each other leading up to the summit?
Definitely, like here in Kentucky, we want to make sure that we're following the KY Go Digital hashtag. So much good conversation going around there. I know James has, I mean, dozens and hundreds of librarians who follow him on KYL chat every single week with those conversations. You know, with KISTI coming up in about a month, actually about a month away, we'll have lots of, I know a lot of you are presenting on Google sessions there. EdTechTeam will actually have some people there running some sessions, and we're actually going to have another EdTechTeam meetup too. They're helping our GEG put on another social one night, so it'll be a lot of fun. And I think Allison's behind the planning of it, so not to throw on.
Awesome. Quick question from Stephen C. Would like to know if you are interested in presenting at this summit or future summits. What's the best way for a Kentucky educator to go about that?
Just have them reach out to me at donnie@edtechteam.com, and I can send the info their way.
Hey, big round of applause to all our Roundtable peeps. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you online. Thanks again.
Awesome. Thanks, y'all. Peace.
Bye.